evening and welcome once again to Adler Arena here at the campus of Penn State Altoona for tonight's 18th annual Altoona Mirror All-Star Classic, the boys version, Blair County against Central PA. Once again, I'm referee Rich, WRTA and Lighter Communications, Bernie Jubeck of St. Francis NEC Front Row broadcast for men's and women's basketball. And Bernie, we saw the girls game here at Adler. That was a very competitive, high-scoring game. Hope to see the same here with the boys team.
I so do so, Rich. You know, again, I thought the girls' game very well played, unselfish, and everybody did a nice job, you know. And again, it was nice to see Blair County win, but let's hope this is the same event here this evening.
See all these seniors out here again. Most of them will go on to college. Some of them will go on to play college basketball. Some may go on to play another college sport. And some may just go on to have an academic career. And who knows where they're going to go. But all graduating seniors. And, again, for most of these young men, one last hurrah here on the big stage at Penn State Altoona. And we got to thank the folks at PSU Altoona for their unbelievable hospitality. And they love having the high schools in here. And, Bernie, I was in here during the regular season. And we had a Bishop Guilfoyle doubleheader here with Trinity. And it was a fabulous day back in January. And it was very exciting, and I hope the Altoona campus does more of high school basketball here. This is just an outstanding facility.
Well, they do a nice job, Rich. Again, you know, facility is second to none, to be honest with you. I mean, state-of-the-art, scoreboards, everything, and, you know, you just can't express the satisfaction that Brent Baer, the athletic director, and John Carey, facilities director, do for us and for everybody, and it's just really nice.
All right, so when the buzzer rings, we're going to turn things over to our public address announcer, and we're going to have the introduction of both teams. Then we'll have the anthem, and then we'll have our game here at Penn State Altoona's Adler Arena. Time now for the Altoona Mirror Basketball Classic, Central PA versus Blair County boys. And we will now turn things over to our public address announcer, and he'll take us through the pregame introductions.
Before we proceed with our second game, we'd like to thank a few people and briefly recognize what the Mirror Classic is all about. For 22 years, beginning in 1984, the Big John Riley Classic was staged in memory of former local TV personality John Riley, who died in 1985. When game organizer Tom Riley passed away suddenly, in 2005, the Altoona Mirror, with the blessing of the Riley family, stepped in to sponsor the game and expanded the format, and we now play it in memory of Big John and Tom Riley. All told, today marks 42 years of this great season-ending tradition. Both Big John and Tom loved Altoona, Blair County, and Central Pennsylvania. Worked hard on various community projects to help make their home a special place. Proceeds tonight go to the Big John Riley Scholarship Fund at St. Francis University. You can read about the Riley family written by a Big John's daughter, Marla, in tonight's program booklet. We know they're looking down on us with smiles on their faces. The Mirror could not cover high school sports in the manner we do without our corporate partners. At this time, we'd like to recognize our title sponsor the last few years, Guy Landolfi, CPA, and thank him for his involvement with the Mirror Classic. Thank you, Guy Landolfi, CPA. Guy is a former player whose family is part of Bishop Guilfoyle's rich basketball tradition. Representing Guy is his brother Joe, the current athletic director at Bishop Guilfoyle Academy. Thank you, Joe. Also, those of you who have been attending the Mirror Classic for years know we like to turn back the clock and provide a dose of nostalgia. Tonight we recognize two former greats who left their marks on the local basketball scene. Our female honoree was a key player under Art Tannehill in the decorated Altoona Lady Lion era that produced a PIAA Class 4A title during her senior season, 1995. Altoona ended the 95 season ranked number 4 in USA Today's Super 25 High School Girls Basketball poll. The Lady Lions also played for the PIAA title in 1994. She was a two-time Streeter Smith Honorable Mention All-American, earned a scholarship to Duquesne University. She played 108 games for the Lady Dukes, scored 591 points, and led the Atlantic 10 in block shots her senior year. She married another former Altoona standout, Brian Green. The couple resides in Altoona and they have 2 sons, Tyson and Trevor. Please welcome Krista Thomas Green. Now, our male honoree was one of Blair County's first great boys basketball players. He was a 4-year starter at Williamsburg, where he set Blair County's all-time scoring record with 2,100 points. And that was without a three-point line. Oh, does he wish there was one? He graduated from Williamsburg in 1962 with 2,100 points, setting a record that would stand for 34 years. He was a 3-time All-State selection, including first-team All-State as a senior when he was the Class B-C Player of the Year. He averaged double figures for 2 years as a player at St. Francis, and then made his mark as a coach, winning more than 450 games at Central and Williamsburg, coaching the boys and the girls. He was inducted into the Blair County Sports Hall of Fame in 2012. Please welcome tonight's Mirror Classic male honorary captain, Don Appleman. Okay, now we can sit back and introduce the Central PA team. Starting out, an all-tourney selection at both Ron Davidson and Fred Miller tourneys. He averaged 16 at Penn Cambria. Number 12, Brandon Bravish. The Davidson tourney MVP. He averaged a double-double as the team leader at Central Cambria. Number 3, Brady Snyder. The second team all-mid-end selection out of State College Area High School. Number 11, Charlie Yartz. His teammate led the Little Lions in scoring at 17 points per game. Number 15, Reed Melvin. The name Wysong has been etched into the record books at Chestnut Ridge, and here's the latest. He averaged 22 points per game. Number 2, Justin Wysong. The Indiana Gazette 2024 Player of the Year and the 4th leading scorer in Northern Cambria history. Number 13, Ty Dunn. Going a bit further north, this young man finished his career as the 2nd leading scorer in West Branch history. Number 23, Owen Colino. And one Owen isn't enough. This young man averaged 16 per game at Portage. Number 22, Owen Goss. Our next player was appropriately named Trey. Portage's career leader in 3-point field goal. Number 5, Trey Cargo. Turkey Foot Valley won a PIAA playoff game for the first time, 4, Bryce Nicholson. Currensville all-time scoring record stood for 55 years, but it was finally broken this year. He averaged 26 points per game as a senior. Number 33, Davis Fleming. Greater Johnstown made another BPI AA run this year, and here was the centerpiece. He put up 54 in one game en route to the 1990 for his career. He's headed to Boston University, number 21, Dante Heisinger. Are Marcus Tellis, Marcus Martin, Dre Tony, and Marcus Howley. Central PA's head coach has built one of the best programs in D6 in Johnstown. In his 8 seasons, the Trojans are 121 and 38, with 6 District 6 Class 5A titles. His career record is 230 and 100 overall, including 6 years at Ferndale. He has also won the Laurel Highlands Athletic Conference Championship and been the LHAC Coach of the Year twice. He played at Johnstown High School and at UPJ. Let's welcome Ryan Durham. And now let's meet Blair County team. Unfortunately, our first player suffered a preseason injury, derailing big hopes for his last year. But that didn't stop him from earning a scholarship to Nova Southeastern University in Florida, which just won the Division II National Championship. Bishop Guilfoyle's Trevor Reed. Double figures and helped lead Central for the District 6 4A title. Number 32, Mason Byler. A dual athlete for the Hollingsburg Tigers. He had 14 points versus rival Altoona, number 44, Gavin Bell. This 3-year starter at Belwana showed the way for the Blue Devils' young players. Number 22, Holden Schreier. Tyrone enjoyed a solid season with plenty of double-figure scores. The Reliance Bank turning MVP, number 12, Kendall Lanier. Here's a Golden Eagle who likes the lights of New York, where he's planning to move. A 6'6" post player, Andrew Piscala. Williamsburg players learn how to shoot shortly after birth. The Blue Fire's top scorer, number 14, Logan Brandner. Hollingsburg's captain, who is his coach, called the Tigers' ultimate team player, number 2, Jay Alvarado. Staying in the county scene, the Tigers' top scorer this season, who made his mark in free sports, number 10, Brady Steiner. One of the best shooters Bishop Guilfoyle has had. He contributed to 3 Laurel Highland titles. Number 11, Nick Ford. One of the area's top athletes. He came off the bench to spark the Marauders. He's headed to Slippery Rock to play football. Number 0, Hamilton Gates. This young man led Tyrone in scoring at 17 per game. He's headed to St. Vincent to play basketball. Number 1, Sam Trilling. Our final Blair County player is a 3-sport athlete at Central. He led the Dragons to the District 6 Class 4A title. He averaged 21 points per game. Is the Dragons' career 3-point leader. Number 5, Eli Luther. second season with the Tyrone boys after 17 seasons with the Lady Eagles. His 19-year record is 307 and 152. And his girls' teams won a pair of District 6 championships. His boy team this season finished 18 and 5 this year. He's homegrown. He's a 1996 graduate of Tyrone, where he played football, basketball, and baseball, and a 2000 graduate of Juliana College, where he played baseball. He currently also serves as Tyrone's athletic director. Please welcome back Luke Rhodes of Tyrone High School. Tonight's officials are Clark Edelman, Randy Burke, and Dan Solomon. And now will you all please rise and remove your caps for our national anthem being sung by Lily Pearl Kelly from Bishop Guilfoyle Academy.
Well, Bernie, I know in my long broadcasting career, this is the longest I've ever sat in front of an open mic and never said a word. I'm telling you.
Well, Rich, I had you in class, and as long as I think you've ever been quiet.
Well, you would know that because I used to torment this guy, folks, in high school.
Not really, no.
Now, Bernie was one of the greatest teachers because he didn't, we could do anything in his class and he'd never yell at us. I got away with a lot in Mr. Jubek's class.
I'm going to have to talk to you when this is all over and see what you guys
too
actually
late
did.
now. Too late now. So we're just about ready to go here for our second game of this particular night here on April 3rd as we record these games, and you're watching them on cable TV in Altoona.
Yeah, Rich, last year Central PA won 126-100, and Central PA leads the series 12-5.
Well, I don't really, the boys' game usually turns out to be something different, right about the middle of the third quarter every year. And I hope we can keep it to the basketball format. And I know they want to shoot, they want to dunk and do all that, but, it's still a game, and you still got to – I hope they just play a good 4 quarters, and I think they will.
Yeah, a sense of pride, Rich.
A little bit, yeah. All right, so it'll be Central PA in red, Blair County in blue. We have all the amenities out of the way, and we're going to start here momentarily. And again, Trevor Ream, the only one that won't play for Blair County, but I don't think he's going. Is he going to go out for the opening tap?
No, I think Trevor. I think we're going to see something special here, Rich.
I think you're right.
I think we saw that last year with Deanna had a player who was hurt. Deanna, my daughter, was the coach, and they did it with one of the players. I forget. Oh, I think it was. Was it Jim Lane's granddaughter? I'm not sure. I can't remember that, to be honest with you.
No, it might have been Sarah Geishauser.
Could have been.
I honestly don't know. But we're going to have a tap here, and Trevor Ream is on the floor. Now they're going to tap him the ball, and he's going to go down, and Central PA is going to let him score, and he's going to go in and dunk it. And that'll give Trevor Ream 2 points, and that'll give Blair County a 2-0 lead, and Trevor will get his name etched into the books forever. Classy move by both teams and letting Trevor get into the books. The poor kid lost his senior year due to an injury. We talked to his mom during halftime of the girls' game, who was the girls' honorary coach, and had to be tough for Trevor. Had to be real tough.
Yeah, he said once again he just victim of bad luck, and.
Central PA with the ball to actually now officially start. There's Dante Tysinger, Johnstown High all everything. And as you can see there, he gets by his man and lays it in. And Dante, as you heard, is headed to Boston University on a basketball scholarship. So we'll look for his name and say, I remember him.
Saw
when
him
he
a few
played at the
times,
Altoona
Rich.
campus.
He has a great handle, And Kurt Hoffman, who played at St. Francis, that I got a chance to work with a little bit. Kurt speaks very highly of him.
With the ball, Steiner gets it to Crilly for a long three. And Sam Crilly of Tyrone, that's what he likes to do. Sam loves that long ball, and it's 5-2.
Yeah, Crilly going to
Blair
St.
County.
Vincent's going to play basketball at St. Vincent. Sports management, Rich.
Tysinger gets it over to Yartz. That would be Charlie Yartz of State College. His shot falls way short of the mark, and it'll come over to Blair County. Inbounding the ball is Eli Muthler. He's the one to watch, Bernie. Eli Muthler, when he gets hot, he can just light it up from anywhere on the floor. A Central senior, and he has been the thorn in the side of many Laurel Highlands teams for the past 4 years, and he's just a terrific athlete. Saw him play football and basketball, and he can do both extremely well. Out front now, that is Crilly with it. Sam drives in from the left side of the blocks. Can't get the shooter's touch. Rebound taken out of there by Owen Gauss of Portage. Gauss up ahead to Trey Cargo, also of Portage. And a long three from the corner is missed by Reed Melvin of State College. Back the other way come Blair County. That would be Leonard with it. Kendall Leonard of Tyrone. Three-pointer from the top is no good. Rebound Crilly from Tyrone. Sam drives the baseline. He'll put it up. Missed the floater, and Central PA rebounds. Up ahead, they get it to Reed Melvin. Cross-court pass, Cargo for three. Air ball. Saved in bounds, and it goes out of bounds again off of Central PA's Reed Melvin. It'll stay. It'll come over to Blair County.
Once again, Rich, if there was a shot clock, that wouldn't come into play in this game thus far.
That's fine. I like offense. I love games in the hundreds. I know coaches don't.
Well, last year, it's 126-100.
Yeah, well, if you're the losing coach, you didn't like it. Out front, that is Muthler with it. He gets it off to Brady Steiner of Hollidaysburg. Brady had a solid year. Nick Ford, Bishop Guilfoyle. I have a special name for Nick Ford, having done their radio games. He's the bargain shot because he was always 4 for 3.
Oh, okay.
So that was the bargain shot. He missed it there. And Yates Yards comes down with the rebound, goes to his State College teammate Reed Melvin, and Melvin puts it in, and it's 5-4 for Blair County. Yeah, anytime Nick Ford would take a three-pointer for BG, I would just say 4 for 3. It's the bargain shot, and he hit a lot of them, believe me. There's Muthler, that long three, misses. Tysinger rebounds.
Reed Melvin said that winning the mid-pen as a sophomore was one of his biggest thrills of his high school career.
Dante Tysinger is used to playing on this floor, Bernie, and we'll give you a reason there in a minute. Rebound off the missed shot comes to Blair County out front. That is Steiner with it. He gets by everybody, knocked away by Tysinger. The Laurel Highlands Conference playing its championship games here, and for the past 2 years, Bishop Guilfoyle and Johnstown have engaged in 2 unbelievable championship games here. BG winning both, but Dante Tysinger put on a show both years that just wowed the crowd here, and the young man can just flat out play, as you can see right there.
Yeah, very explosive, Rich.
Yes.
Again, I got a chance to see him play for the first time here. In the championship. And, he has a great handle, and I think he's going to do well at Boston U. And from what I was told, he's a very outstanding student as well, so good for him.
There's a lob inside for Yartz, and he couldn't get the dunk to go down. And Eli Muthler brings it back the other way for Blair County, stops inside the arc. There is a long three-point field goal for Brady Steiner. Missed it, and back up it goes for Leonard. Kendall Leonard from Tyrone, and it's 7-4. Three-pointer on the way from Yartz is good this time. And Charlie Yartz of State College ties the game at 7.
Charlie Yartz for 3.
We're going to see a lot of wings tonight, Bernie. A lot of long three-pointers, like that one from Eli Muthler. Doesn't hit the rim, gets the net, and the rebound comes off to Reed Melvin. Up ahead to Bryce Nicholson. Yards for 3 again. He hits again.
Once again, Rich, as we said, the background, whether you're a guy or a girl, it affects these players playing in a wide open space like they have here at Penn State Altoona.
Just like that, it's 10-7 for Central PA. 2 threes in a row. Give them the lead. Steiner gets away from his man for a brief time. Gives it off to Kendall Leonard. Out to Nick Ford at the right elbow. Goes back on the wing. Long three for Brady Steiner is no good. Rebound Central PA. Here comes Tysinger with it. Dante Tysinger, top of the circle, steps back for three. Off the side of the rim and out of bounds. And Bernie Tysinger came up just 10 points short of 2,000 for his career. They lost in the third round of the PIAA playoffs, and he fell 10 points short of a coveted 2,000. So that had to sting a little bit.
Yeah, one thing about Dante Rich that I noticed is that, as a former coach, and obviously is that, he's effortless. He plays hard, but it looks so effortless to him.
Another kid that makes it look really good and easy is Andrew Scala into the lineup now, as we have 5 new players for both sides. And back the other way comes Central PA. That is one of the Weiss songs from Chestnut Ridge. That would be Justin Weiss' song, as Central PA misses the shot. As Scala goes back court. I don't think he had both feet over midcourt.
I was just going to say that, Rich. I'm not sure, But again, getting back to Drew Escala, his goal is to move to New York and grow his clothing business. So, Rich,
good for him.
I wonder if we can get a couple shirts.
I should have ponied up to the kid when I met him.
Yeah. You have to get him on your show.
Well, he's going to New York City, so he's going to the right place.
He said
you're going to start anything.
Thrill, he dunked in 9th grade. That was his biggest thrill.
Shot missed by Grady Snyder for Central Cambria. Ball then stolen away by Davis Fleming from Kerwinsville. He goes down and lays it in. Just like that, Central PA on a little bit of a run. And it's now 12-7. They've scored 8 unanswered points.
Yeah, Fleming, 1,389 points. Record at Sort of Kerwinsville for 55 years.
Mason Byler misses the shot for Blair County.
Catch.
And up ahead. What a catch and a nice lay-in by Ty Dumb of Northern Cambria. Yeah. And Central PA with a run of 9 in a row now, or 10 in a row. It's 14-7 with 4:05 to go in the first quarter. Holden Schreier with it. Gives it off to Andrew Scala. Takes a kind of a leisurely three and nails it.
That looked like a Luka Doncic type shot, off of 1 foot from beyond the arc.
And it went in. 14-10 out front. We've got a pushing foul against, looks like Holden Schreier of Bellwood. That'll be his first. 14-10, Central PA leads. 3:50 to go. Now, this young man here, Brandon Rabish of Penn Cambria, this kid is a live wire. He is just energy personified. Number 12 in red. You just got to watch him a little bit. This kid never slows down.
He's going to Duquesne, majoring in business. I don't think he's going to play basketball, business, finance. But, again, averages 16 points a game for Coach Ronan's team at Penn Cambria.
Holden Schreier missed a layup. Back the other way comes Central Pennsylvania. And from the corner, it's a 3-point field goal for Davis Fleming of Kerwinsville. And Central PA taking an early stomp here at 17-10. Shot is missed by Escala. Back the other way comes Central PA. Pass up ahead to Ty Dumb. He goes in and misses the reverse. Up ahead, Escala gets the pass back, and it's run down by Schreier. Mason Byler to Escala on the baseline. Jumper, flat foot.
How about this, Rich? Davis Fleming's mother was the captain of Penn State's women's golf team in 1996.
You're just a fountain of information.
Rich, you got to do your homework, buddy.
Braden Rabish missed a 3, Brandon actually. And then they take it away to Central PA. It's 2-on-2. Snyder down the lane gives it off to a cutting Dennis Fleming in the back. Whistle sounds and a timeout on the floor for some substitutions as Central PA starting to flex their muscles early. 19-12 lead with 2:34 remaining in the first quarter. Now Hamilton Gates into the lineup for Blair County along with Gavin Bell from Hollidaysburg. And we have Andrew Scala from Tyrone.
Surprised about Hamilton, wants Slippy Rock, but health care administration.
That's a shock.
Yeah.
Knowing what his dad does and who his father is.
Yes.
Pass inside, knocked out of bounds by Jay Albarano. Jay actually threw it out of bounds, but it was tipped by Central PA, and now Barano will now inbound. Hamilton was an first-team All-State football player on the Marauders championship football team this year for Bishop Guilfoyle as they won their 5th title back in December. And Hamilton was one of the best football players. That's an inside-out pass, but it's saved by Escala. Andrew to the top of the circle, to the left side. Down the lane, hesitation move, missed the layup, but there is the rebound. Taken out of the air, the hammer for 3. Air ball. Rebound to Davis Fleming for Central PA. Fleming all the way up the court. Going to try to go coast to coast. Shuffles it off on the wing to Owen Kaleno. Back to Fleming. And he missed a shot, but it was blocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Central PA. Justin Weissong returns for Central PA. 19-12 for the red-clad Central PA team with 1:45 to go first quarter.
Fleming liked to play college basketball, major in education, and again, he was a 40-letter winner in golf as well.
Brandon Rabish out front trying to get by his man, who happens to be Mason Byler. Out on the wing, that is Rabish again with a nice move. There he goes. Down the lane very quickly, missed the shot. Gates rebounds. Outlet to Albarano. Albarano back to Gates. The hammer in corner, pass to Escala. Steps back, long three, and he nails it. And Andrew Escala, that's his forte right there, Bernie. He stepped back, nailed that three, but he can shoot from anywhere.
Rich, here's a trivia question. You know who Jay Albarano's dad's RJ, obviously, but you know his mother, Jody.
I know his mother and his grandfather very well.
His grandfather, very good official.
That would be Gary Zimmerman and his daughter, Jody. I used to work with Jody in the radio business a long time ago.
I didn't know that. And Jay's uncle, Gary, played for me, and he was an excellent player. Mm-hmm. You know, I believe he's a lawyer now. I'm not sure.
He is.
And
his son is on the Hollidaysburg basketball to Ben.
Yeah, outstanding athlete.
Yep. So lots of family connections here with the Blair County team. Central PA with the ball now. Weissong gives it off. Nice pass down low. And cutting to the basket was Ty Dumb. And a nice feed from Owen Kaleno.
Seeing some unselfish team play thus far, Rich.
21-15 for Central PA. A long three from the corner is no good for Gavin Bell, but Blair County rebounds, and Albarano on his way to the hoop has it knocked away. And they say off his leg, and it'll come over to Central PA. With 30 seconds to go in the quarter, it's 21-15. Central PA in the lead. That is Rabish with it across midcourt. Picked up by Byler. Out on the wing now to Justin Weissong into the middle. Pass kick back out. Fleming went back to the middle. And it was stolen away by Gavin Bell with 12 seconds to go. That is Albarano out with it. Jay to the basket. Tough shot. Blocked. Kaleno saves it inbounds. 3 seconds to go. He's going to try to get to Weissong in midcourt. He fires a long one, and it'll fall short. And after one, it is 21-15, Central Pennsylvania. We'll be back in just a few seconds with the second quarter. All right, we're back here at the Adler Arena on the campus of Penn State Altoona. Very good first quarter, very entertaining. And again, Bernie, we saw the girls' game and now the boys' game here. These teams don't look like they haven't had a lot of practice.
No.
They look very, very composed and very together.
Well, Rich, you know, again, these people have played enough basketball to know that, you know, you move without the ball, you know, you keep good spacing, you drive the ball and kick it or shoot it, obviously. And they're playing pretty unselfishly. That's what you'd like to see, even in an all-star game.
And once again, our head coach is Ryan Durham of Johnstown and Luke Rhodes for Blair County of Tyrone.
Got a chance to meet Ryan the other day at their practice at the Summit. Well, what a gentleman he is. And Luke, you know, he does a great job, did a great job with the girls at Tyrone, and really has the boys hopping as well.
There's Dante Tysinger, Durham's star player.
You talk about a quick first step, Rich. I'll tell you what, 2 dribbles he covered from the half-court line to the basket.
What he does best, and he can shoot from anywhere also. 23-15, it's an 8-point lead. Nick Four back in the lineup for Blair County along with Brady Steiner. Those two are out front. Four with it, back to Steiner. Brady looked at a three but passed it up. Goes to the foul line. Four, there's the bargain shot. 4 for 3, and he nails it. Nick Four from Bishop Guilfoyle with a three-pointer. And that puts Blair County right back into the 23-18.
You could have gotten a shirt made like that, Rich.
4 for 3, yeah. Yards with a three, he missed. And the rebound comes off to Eli Mutler of Central. Eli up the left side of the floor, guarded by Tysinger. To Four, Nick Four left alone, gets away from his man, back of the rim, no good. Rebound taken out of the air by Brady Steiner. Took it right away from Charlie Yartz. Steiner, cross-court pass to Mutler.
Yeah, Brady comes from a great athletic family too. Josh and his uncle Tyke, good athletes.
And Kendall Leonard, after Blair County saved the rebound, Leonard nails a three, and it's 23-21. Blair County coming right back. There's Tysinger with that beautiful hesitation move down the lane that, Bernie, not a lot of teams or people can stop, and he just showed you why.
You see more and more people doing that, Rich. Again, they just play so under control.
And there's Eli Muthler with his speed. He got to the basket. He was fouled. He'll get 2 free throws here. We're just starting the second quarter, and Charlie Arts picks up his first foul. And by my count, that's the first foul of the night on Central Pennsylvania.
Eli, the son of Scott and Kate Muthler, and I decided about where he's going to school, but wants to major in math. Football, track, field, and you know what, Rich? It's amazing you see a young man from Central that doesn't have baseball on his resume.
Yeah, because baseball is kind of a staple at Central, and Muthler way short on that free
absolutely.
throw. But yeah, no, it's hard to find anybody out there that's an athlete without baseball.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, and 4 for Central. First free throw was no good. Second one on the way from Eli. This one is true.
And they've certainly had some great baseball teams, great athletic program in Martinsburg.
Certainly do. And quickly up the court. That is 3 from the corner for Gauss. Owen Gauss of Portage missed that. Steiner rebounds for Blair County. Back the other way. Come the Blair County Hoopster. Steiner all the way in, down the left side. Shot may have been partially blocked. Picked off by Reed Melvin. Up ahead to Tysinger. Long 3 from Dante. Front of the rim, no good. Rebound, Sam Crilly from Tyrone. Up ahead, they tried to get it to 4. Stolen by Tysinger. Dante up the other way. Left side, now to the middle. Up ahead, he goes to Nicholson. And Bryce Nicholson has it blocked away. Out of bounds, it'll stay with Central PA.
That's what you'd like to see, Rich, even though, again, it's an all-star game and, offense is going to be the mainstay, but you'd like to see them playing some defense, too.
And they are. 25-22, Central PA leads with 7:57 to go in the first half. Yards out front, gets it over on the wing to Bryce Nicholson, Turkey Foot Valley, and he launches a long 3, and that's what he does very well with a 3. And Bernie, during the pregame introductions, it was stated that he has over 1,800 points.
I know, what a quick
Turkey
release.
Foot.
Yes.
4 on the wing, 4 for 3, bargain shot, back of the rim. Rebound taken out of the air by Nicholson, and here he comes. Nicholson up ahead to Reed Melvin, his 3 on the way. Good again.
I think Bryce is going to be a politician because one of the things on the questionnaire was, who's your favorite teacher? He said all of them.
There's Eli Muthler with a jumper. He hits. And now both teams are starting to get the ball up the court quickly and starting to hit a lot of shots. It's 31-24 Central PA. 7:10 to go. Tysinger down the lane. Ball kicked out of the corner. Nicholson for 3. Front of the rim, no good. Rebound Muthler for Blair County. Picked up there at midcourt by Charlie Arts. Muthler gets by, goes in. Soft layup is good. Timeout to get some substitutions in. But there's Eli Muthler, Bernie, and that's that athletic ability that he has to get up the floor and just make things happen.
But see, that's the nice thing about Dante Tissinger, too, from Johnstown. He makes the other people on his team better. He's unselfish. He works the ball well and hard to guard.
There he goes again, down the lane with the floater, and he rattles another one in. Dante Tysinger, again, that move is so very hard to stop, and it's coming.
Right.
That's the thing. He's going to try it.
Yeah, he broke Johnstown's scoring record. Actually, it was Kurt Hoffman who went to St.
And there
Francis.
goes number 1, Sam Crilly, with a quick move to the basket. And now the offense really picking up for both sides here. 33-28 with 6:25 to go in the half. Melvin for a long 3 from downtown. Missed it, and Holden Schroyer of Bellwood with the rebound. Schroyer bounce pass up ahead to Crilly. Sam Crilly on the wing just inside the arc for 2. Won't go. Rebound. Central PA. That is Melvin with it. Reed Melvin up ahead to Owen Gauss. His 3 on the way. Side of the rim, off the glass. Hits the rim a second time. No good. Blair rebounds. Holden Schreier. I think I did the same thing when he played football. Muthler for a long 3. In and out. Rebound. Tysinger takes it for Central PA. Off his leg. Ball is on the floor. Picked up by 4. Bumbo! Nick 4 hustling for that ball and helped up by Tysinger. He and Bishop Guilfoyle and Johnstown battle many, many times over the years, and twice here in the last 2 years in the Lower Highlands final. And again, Dante Tysinger just was unbelievable in both of those games, but Bishop Guilfoyle prevailed in both of those and won the championship.
Nice about Nick, he said, undecided on where he goes to school, but wants to join the Air Force ROTC. And
there he goes.
God bless him for that.
Ford got the baseline and missed the open layup.
Majoring in aerospace engineering.
Well, that says he has a few brain cells.
Yep.
And there's 3 tries for Charlie Yarts, and the third one went down. He missed the first 2, got his own 2 rebounds, and hit the third one. 35-28. There goes Sam Crilly down the lane. Soft kiss off the glass, and it goes, and it's 35-30.
Nice floater by Sam Crilly.
It's the kind of game I like. 5:10 to go in the half. Lots of points. Tysinger out front to the foul line. Ball behind his back. Picks up the dribble again. Lob into the corner for Yarts. Yarts down the lane into the paint. Fall away jumper. In and out. And the rebound comes off to Eli Muthler of Central. Long 3. There it goes. And there it is. I told you. I told you, Bernie. He'll shoot it from anywhere.
Well, he's got a
and
good
he
release.
can make it from anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, got to give him credit.
All right, he gets credit for 3 there. How's that?
You put it, write it down, Rich.
I did.
Don't give him a 5 like you did in the girls' game.
No, yeah. I gave a 3-point field goal, 5 points in the girls' game. Bad math.
I guess that could be done.
Justin Weissong. There's Rabish again for a long 3. It hits the front of the rim. Rebound taken out of the air by Holden Schreier of Bellwood to Escala for 3. And Andrew Escala buries the 3, and he ties the game at 35. Here comes Blair County. Actually, they're up 1. 36-35. Nice reverse field goal. Grady Snyder with the nice reverse field goal, and it's 37-36.
Yeah, Grady's going to Shippensburg.
Andrew
to play
Escala
football.
with another 3. He's lighting up. He's got 4 threes already. 39-37. It's really picking up now. Kaleno for 3. Back of the rim, no good. Escala rebounds for Blair County. It's really picked up the pace here and the scoring. Terrific game so far. Schreier with it of Bellwood Annis. Holden down the lane, has it knocked away from behind. Rabish picks up the loose ball up ahead to Snyder. Breaks free from everybody and lays it in. Grady Snyder with 4 points in the quarter, tied at 39. Back the other way, Albarano for 3. Off the back of the rim, rebound. Taken out of the air by Mason Byler of Central. And he gives it off to Logan Brentner of Williamsburg, and Logan nails the jumper. He did that quite a bit this year for the Blue Pirates as well. Kaleno down the lane. He got caught up being defended by Brantner, and he walks with the ball. 41-39 for Central PA, or for Blair County, that is, as both teams going back and forth now as Jay Albarano returns for Blair County, along with Hamilton Gates. And deep in the corner is Gavin Bell. Out front is Scala with it. Gets it to Bell. Into the corner, to the foul line, to the paint, to the blocks. Hamilton Gates penetrates near the foul line. Bigs it off to Albarano. Escala for another 3. Long one. May have been tipped. Falls way short. Here comes Central PA with Ty Dumb running it up the court. Rabish with it. Top of the circle to Justin Weissong of Chestnut Ridge. Cross court. Back over to Dumb. Ty Dumb drives the lane. Dishes it off into the corner. Stolen by Albarano. Great play by Jay, but he lobbed it out front and it was stolen by Ty Dumb. Right back to Rabish. Brandon Rabish down low for Kaleno. Left all alone, and Owen lays it in, and we're tied at 41.
Oh, nice play. Nice play by Grady Snyder.
That's twice that I missed the ball being stolen after a layup.
Personal fouls on Hamilton Gates.
And Grady
That's his
Snyder
first.
will go to the line for 2 as Hamilton Gates picks up his first foul. Grady Snyder will get 2 shots. Tied at 41 here with 2:30 left in the half. At halftime, we're going to talk with the honorary captain of this boys' game, Don Appleman of Williamsburg fame. Free throw is good, and that puts Central PA on top 42-41. Don Appleman with long-standing records in Blair County and also an alum at St. Francis. And
St. Francis alum, yep, spends a lot of time up there watching games.
here tonight with his wife, Deb. They are inseparable. Free throw is missed, but Central PA gets the rebound. Weissong for 3 from the left side, and Justin Weissong buries the 3. And the scores are piling up. It's 45-41 now for
I'm going to say,
Central
Rich,
PA.
we're going to see a game in the hundreds today.
Escala way downtown. Ball doesn't hit the rim. Out of bounds. We could. We're headed for 100. And we're playing a little different here. We're playing 10-minute quarters instead of 8. So that gives them actually an extra quarter. Going to the basket. Grady Snyder hits the basket, and he'll get the three-point opportunity the old-fashioned way. And the foul is called against Blair County's Mason Byler, I believe.
Dan Solomon, one of the referees, Rich, St. Francis graduate in health sciences for UPMC, and Dan was an excellent golfer at St. Francis University.
Snyder hits the free throw.
Want to see a person hit the golf ball, Rich? Dan.
Okay. Keep that in mind. Descala, top of the arc, down the lane. Andrew drives to the basket, has it knocked away again off his leg and out of bounds, and it'll come over to Central PA as Brandon Rabish checks back in from Penn Cambria with 1:56 to go in the half. 48-41, Central PA with a lead. Rabish, guarded by Gates. Rabish to the middle. Throws it to Kaleno. One way, he went the other way. And again, that's just a timing thing.
Yep. Gates really got a good defensive stance,
Defense has been a little hard to come by here particularly this second quarter. Albarano out with it. Goes to the middle, down the lane to the basket, kicks it off into the corner for three. It's on the way from Gavin Bell, an air ball. Central PA rebounds, but they're going to throw it too hard, and it's volleyed out of bounds. It'll come back to Blair County.
Go upstairs to the athletic offices trying to save the ball. Grady Snyder.
Well, somebody has to get it, right? 1:25 to go. Here comes Blair County again. Albarano now loses his man defensively, goes all the way to the basket. Off the glass, he'll get 2 free throws. Another quick step by Albarano, and he gets himself to the foul line.
He handles the ball pretty well.
Personal fouls on Davis.
He does.
He too plays football and baseball at Hollidaysburg. And wish a friend of mine, John Schinnell, baseball coach, last year got in the state finals, and unfortunately they didn't win. But John does an excellent job coaching baseball for the Tigers.
Well, Bernie, I've known Johnny Schinnell a long time because when he played for the AAABA league in Altoona, I was umpiring some of his games.
I'm going to have to ask
him. Shows you how far back I go. Johnny Schinnell was an excellent baseball player, and he's turned into an excellent coach.
Yes.
Free throws missed, but Blair County gets the rebound. Muthler to the lane, to the foul line. Stops, turns, shoots, short, fouled. He'll get 2 free throws. And that will go against Ty Dumm. Ty is from Northern Cambria. And Eli Muthler now will get 2 free throws for Blair County.
Muthler's a good size, Rich. 6'4", handles the ball well. He does a nice job.
You know what, Bernie? I saw him in the regular season play, and I swear he's gotten taller. I really think he's grown a few more inches since I saw him way back in December.
What was he, a split end in football, Rich?
Quarterback.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he was a central quarterback. And he was just a handful for everybody. And he gets 1 of 2.
Scott and Kate, his parents, very proud of him, I am sure.
Oh, yeah. 48-43 to the basket, beating everybody down low. Grady Snyder. Grady is having himself a great second quarter. He's got 10 points all in the second quarter.
He knows how to take it to the basket, that's for sure.
Certainly does. Muthler for a long 3. Eli off the side of the rim. And Snyder rebounds for Central PA, runs it the other way, gives it to Rabish, gets it back out on the wing, stolen by Albarano. Jay gets it ahead to Sam Crilly. Across the court to Gavin Bell. Bell down the lane, goes up with a shot, short. Rebound, Crilly, taken away by 2 Central PA players. Last touch by Justin Weissong. Out of bounds to Blair with 35.7 to go. Nick Ford checking back in for Central PA, or for Blair County, that is. Jay Albarano will get a breather for the rest of the half.
Yeah, Gavin averaged 4 points for Hollidaysburg, but the son of Joy and Brian Bell
tried an alley-oop with Hamilton Gates, and he come up short on the shot. Central PA rebounds. Ty Dumm with it, goes to the hole, and his floater
That's a nice
goes
stop
in
and go move by him.
with a finger roll. And it's now 52-43. Central PA opening up a 9-point lead. Under 20 seconds left in the half. Muthler, way on the wing, drives to the middle, to the paint, gets it off to 4. Nick Ford gives it back to Muthler. Eli looking for room. Down the lane, to the paint, to the blocks. Throws it to Gates in the corner. They say it was touched by Central PA. It'll be Blair ball with 4.7 to go in the half.
Right idea, but just didn't complete the pass for a shot.
Blair with one last chance here to get 2 points before the half, or 3, depending on shot selection. Muthler's going to get it. He'll probably take the shot. Eli in a crowd gets it off to 4. 4 for 3, in and out. It was halfway down, came back out, and that's the way the first half ends. So it is 52 to 43. So a wide open, wild second quarter for both teams, as they will now go to the locker room, get a little pep talk from their coaches, and we'll come out. Hopefully we'll have an explosive second half here. We're going to wait for our guest here as Don Appleman, the honorary coach of the boys game here at halftime. He'll be joining us here in our perch above the court here at the Adler Athletic Complex, the Adler Arena. And we'll talk with Don Appleman and get his thoughts on the game and on the high school game and the collegiate game as well. Bernie, he's very familiar with both. He's very familiar with sports throughout Blair County, too. It's not just basketball. He's into everything. He really is. So Don's making his way up here. We're going to talk with Don Appleman of Williamsburg, making his way up here. It's 52-43, Central PA leading Blair at halftime here, and Don is just about ready to get up on our perch here. We're kind of really high up here. And Don is getting ready to take a seat. Getting ready to, we're going to put him in the hot seat. So Don is making his way up. Don, nice to have you here. Welcome, my friend. Good to see you again.
You have to be in shape to walk those steps, Coach.
Is this open?
Yeah, it's open. It's on, brother.
Yep. Rich, always a pleasure to see you. How you doing?
Same here, Don. Good. How about you?
Doing well. Bernie's a good man. I feel very comfortable up here.
Well, Don, what do you think so far? It's been a wide open game. I love this type of game. These kids, for very little practice, Don, even the girls and the boys games, very competitive games.
Yeah, it is. I think if we can, I say we, I mean Blair County, if we get back on defense a little better and guard guys, instead of just running back and sort of milling around.
Giving an eligibility left.
Take away the easy baskets, we're okay, aren't we?
We're going to put a jersey on you.
Yeah, I can't get back at all.
Well, Don, you probably just explained probably one of the big differences between your game and the game we see here. And the game has changed so much over the years. And as it was said in the introductions, you scored 2,100 points without a three-point line. Just imagine for a second what that would have been like for you.
I don't know if I could get it that far.
And when you were in high school, absolutely you
People
could.
always ask me about how many. What I would say is, no. If we'd have known that the line was there, we would have practiced shooting those. We made good many behind there with no three-point line. The courts were so small that you had to shoot out there over the zone defense. But it's irrelevant. Three-point line is good for the game if it's used correctly. If you just shoot threes because you're open and you think you have to shoot them and you can't make them, that's not a good idea. You have to pick your spots. The right guys have to shoot them, right?
Well, shooters shoot and the other one's pass, Don.
That's right.
Well, Don, coming from your era, the game has really changed. And I personally love the three-point shot because it keeps teams in games. It gets teams back into games, even though we have what is called the mercy rule now. But I love the invention of the three-point shot. I don't like the way they tinker with some sports. You tinker too much and you change the fundamentals sometimes. I don't like that. How do you see it?
The change of the game that I don't like is you can't travel anymore. You watch guys, they pick the ball up, they take a step and a half, and then they take two more. It's like as long as you're going to the basket, there's no limit to how many steps you can take. I don't know how you guard people like that. I mean, or a guy will dribble the ball, pick it up,
palm in the ball,
and take 3 steps and start to dribble again.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta, the rules, I don't know. I'm not sure what happened, why they allow that. I wish they wouldn't, but
well, they want to see scores, Coach.
That's right. They want to give the offense the advantage. Absolutely, I think you're right, Bernie. That's
they don't take the block charge, and stuff. I mean, all kinds of things, But I think they want to see scoring.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, in that case, Coach, what do you think? Should they institute, in your opinion, a shot clock in high school?
I don't know if it's really necessary, but it's at every other level. Probably should. I mean, if the kids are going to go play in college, get used to that clock. It won't hurt. I think most high school teams shoot well before 30 seconds. I don't think it would be a problem.
But Don, don't you think that? And see, I don't like the shot clock idea for high school because you're only playing 8-minute quarters. You're going to force teams that really don't like to play an up and down game. You're going to force teams to change the style of play that maybe not have a liking with or liking to. And, a lot of teams like to play a slower paced game because that's the only way they can stay in it.
The thing I don't like about the shot clock would be as athletic directors, we'd have to pay another guy to run the clock.
Well, that's another that's a big issue. You're not too far from the truth. That's a very big issue with a lot of schools.
I'm sure it is.
The expense is the problem. And you have to have the clock. You have to buy the clocks. You have to have them installed, and you got to pay somebody to run them.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a big expense for a lot of schools, and another reason why I don't like it.
And something else to argue about. Hey, that clock ran out before he shot. On and on.
Well, Coach, St. Francis graduate, obviously, and this question's going to come up to you. What are your thoughts?
It was sad to hear that. I mean, it's a great tradition. It is. Not for so much for myself. I'm thinking back in the days with Stokes and on down through Cal Fowler and Trosh and those guys right down through Sandy Williams and Gene Berardinas and Van Leer and Porter. You could go on and on.
Right.
We think back to that now. Well, that's altogether gone another era completely. But on the other hand, the way college basketball is today, the Division I level, it's semi-pro. If you're up high Division I, it's professional. Lower Division I, you can't compete. They take all your players. You can't afford to pay them, nor do they want to. I'm sure St. Francis wouldn't be comfortable giving a kid a full scholarship when the other kids are going to school. They're paying their way. Now you're going to give kids money in addition to that. I don't like that idea. I think that I never cared for that. I guess the kid at Duke may be making $2 million.
Yeah, well, there's a coach in New York. I'm not going to mention his name, but says can't get a player for less than $1 million now.
That's hard to believe that we've gotten to. The NCAA they have no rules anymore.
That's what I always said about the NCAA, Coach. Not certain about anything.
They are, to me, they're just useless at this point. They really are. They can't control anything.
No.
They let this happen, and I think it's going to crush college sports the way we know it. And for St. Francis, unfortunately, after next year, that history chapter closes, and a whole new one opens, and that's not going to sit well with a lot of people because, as we all know, all being involved with St. Francis, very loyal alumni, very supportive alumni. And I hope that continues, but a lot of people are going to be soured by this. But I should have prefaced this by saying this. It wasn't the school's fault. It's exactly what you said. They cannot compete with the higher Division I schools. They just can't.
And they're good people at St. Francis, from Father Malachi right down through. They'll do what's best for the university. I think there's no question. And the thing that made it awful tough was that the basketball team did so well.
Yes.
That made it really tough.
Yeah.
Hey, why are we going to, well, that was the first time that had happened in, 35, 40 years. And who's to say it will ever happen again?
Right. Well, it's not going to now.
Yeah, but even though you think it might help recruiting and all that, but you get good kids in, like you said, they're leaving anyway.
Well, Don, after 91, they had the biggest influx of students that wanted to go to St. Francis after they went to the tournament with Izzy and Joe Anderson and them. They had to put people, if you remember correctly, they had to put people in hallways, to sleep until they could find room for them.
Yeah.
Because people just wanted to go to a school that got to the tournament.
Yeah. I know it's food for thought. I've thought a lot about it, and at my age, we'll let it go. What happened, and I'll be supportive. And Division III, hey, there are kids that are going to college, going to school, and playing basketball, football, baseball, whatever, as they should be. Right? That's the way it's going to be, and we'll accept that.
And you have to. One, first of all, you can't do anything about it. Secondly, most of the kids that go, they're not going to make their careers playing sports after their 4 years. So education is of the utmost importance.
Absolutely.
Well, Don,
that's always been their major priority up there.
You've joined an exclusive club here tonight, being honorary captain for the boys' game. So another honor to add to your long list and your lifetime of achievements. And congratulations. Being an honorary captain is a true honor for this game in Big John's memory. And continue to have good health in your retirement and keep on going. You seem to have it. You seem to have this retirement thing down pretty good.
Must be the water in Williamsburg.
Hey, the greatest thing about tonight was getting to see a lot of people I haven't seen in a while.
Exactly.
At our age, you never know when you're not going to see them.
Right.
Don't say that, Coach. Don't
And
say
I
that.
really enjoyed that. It was fun to be here, and you guys made it extra special. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Don,
Don.
thank you very much.
Congratulations.
My boy, it's a pleasure.
God bless. All right,
You
thank
still
you.
going to do some broadcasting at St. Francis?
Well, I think everybody's in limbo right now. I'm not sure. I've worked on it without a contract for 20-some years, so I don't know what's going to happen, Coach.
Hope another year without a contract. Thank you, guys.
Okay,
Appreciate you
thanks to Don Appleman, tonight's honorary captain for the men's game here at Penn State Altoona Adler Arena. Again, a big shout out to Penn State Altoona for their facilities and all their hospitality. The folks here are great. They are a big part of our community. Always have been, Bernie, here with Penn State Altoona, but now they've opened the doors to this gorgeous facility, and I would love to do more games here on my high school schedule. I really would. It is just so nice and comfortable. It's a big-time atmosphere, and you're in the big time here when you play. It's a college arena.
Well, they've done a nice job, Rich. They really have. As I said, again, it's a Division III program, but you couldn't tell so by the facilities.
All right, so we're going to get back to action here. Thanks again to Don Appleman for a great halftime insight. And you're right. It was eventual to talk about the St. Francis situation, and Don has had a long-standing stake in St. Francis. All right, here we go. Third quarter underway, and that will be Owen Kaleno with his first shot of the third quarter, and that is a three-point field goal. And Central PA comes out and continues to hit.
The son of Allison and Chad going to Lock Haven or Penn State Du Bois.
12-point lead now for Central PA as they start to open things up. Driving down the lane, Kendall Leonard, his pass out on the wing to Mason Byler is too strong for Mason, out of bounds. And Blair had better tighten things up, or it's going to be that part of the game that gets away from him. Reed Melvin for three. The rebound is tipped out to Kaleno. Thrown out front to Grady Snyder. He gives it back to Dumb. Kaleno for another three. Front of the rim and off the side. Rebound tipped, fought for, lost out of bounds by Holden Schreier, and it will stay with Central PA.
Snyder's a kid, Rich, that he doesn't seem to get tired either. He's just out there, like the Energizer Bunny.
Energizer Bunny. They all got upped at halftime. They replenished their electrolytes.
Gatorade.
Yeah, down low, Snyder with a follow-away jumper, in and out, and the rebound is put back in by Reed Melvin of State College. So a quick 5 points for Central PA. Now all of a sudden out to a 14-point lead, 57-43. Schreier out front. Holden Schreier drives down the lane. They're going to say foul on the floor. The basket won't count, and the foul will come against Central PA.
It's not the NBA, huh, Rich?
Nope. Yeah, that would have definitely been a continuation. Ty Dunn with his second foul of the night. First foul of the half. For Central PA. 8:50 to go, third quarter. Inbounds pass. Driving down the lane, Kendall Leonard for Tyrone, but the rebound, Dunn stepped out of bounds with it. It'll come back over to Blair County. Bernie, it always seems like in this Blair County boys game, it's always one point in the game where they just go cold offensively,
yes,
and Central PA gets hot. Like here, that field goal was missed by Brady Steiner. Now Central PA can up their lead more. This always seems to happen year after year to Blair County. Yarts down the lane. He gets by his man, Charlie Yarts. Jams it down for Central PA, and now it's 59-43. Starting to get away from Blair County.
Yeah, Rich, you could see he had that in his eyes as soon as he took that dribble to the basket.
Long three from Mason Byler is no good. Back the other way comes Central PA. Dumb in the corner. Dumb to the paint. Dumb to the blocks. Off the glass, no good. Fighting for his own rebound. Gets it. Goes through four people. Puts up a shot, and he'll go to the foul line. Great hustle by Ty Dumb to get that rebound off his own missed shot and go back for two more. Picking up the foul was Holden Schreier for Blair, and Ty Dumb is at the line for two for Central PA. First one is no good. It's 59-43 for Central PA with 8:05 to go, third quarter. Guy Landolfi, certified public accountant and tax preparer, our main sponsor of the 18th annual Mirror All-Star Classic. Dumb misses both. Thank you to Guy Landolfi. Kaleno off the offensive rebound, misses a three, and the rebound is tipped into the hands of Brady Steiner. Steiner up across midcourt for Blair County. To Schroyer at the top of the circle, back to Steiner. Blair County in need of some points here. They had 43 at halftime. We're 2:15 into the second half, and they still have 43. And Byer tries for three. He misses. Long rebound to Yarts. Charlie Yarts, State College, runs the middle of the floor, goes right down the middle of the lane, and he was fouled on his way to the hoop. Takes a hard hit to the floor. He's helped back up, and will go out of bounds with it.
Rich, you talk about the changes of the game. Here you have a 6'6" kid that handles the ball full court, and plays the game pretty well. Whereas, back in the old days, he has his back to the basket.
Melvin and Yarts, the State College duo, tried a little alley-oop, and something went wrong there. The ball may have hit the back of the backboard. And the ball will come over to Blair County as Hamilton Gates and Gavin Bell check back in for Blair. They're down by 16, 59-43, 7.5 minutes left third quarter. Grady Snyder from Central Cambria checks back in for Central PA. Hope you're enjoying the games tonight on cable television. Referee Rich, Bernie Jubeck at the mics. Kendall Leonard with the ball on the right wing. Cross-court pass to Bell. Bell to the foul line. Steiner for three. It's on the way. May have been tipped, but hit the front of the rim. Yards the rebound for Central PA. Baseball pass up ahead to Snyder. He'll turn, fire for three, and bury it.
Rich, your prognosticator, Central PA just lighted it up here in this third quarter.
You know what, Bern? You know what this reminds me of? No fear. There's no fear out there at all.
Right.
And they have opened up what was a 52-43 halftime lead to 62-43. A 10-0 start to the second half for Central PA has put Blair County behind a major 8-ball here. Rabish for three. It's all going in for Central PA now, and Blair is really fallen off to the wayside big time.
Yeah, they need some answers, need some scoring.
22-point deficit now. Out front, that is Bell with it. He's going to go right to the basket. High off the glass, missed the shot. Three Central PA players for the rebound. It's Yarts with it. Coming out, going to try to go coast to coast. Baseball pass across court to Melvin. He drives the baseline. Stopped there by Leonard out on the wing. Long shot on the way, and it's good for Charlie Yarts. Another three-point field goal, and Central PA has blown it open.
Yeah, Rich, this is
a 16-0 start to the third quarter. And there's Blair's first points of the quarter by Brady Steiner. And that's Blair's first points of the quarter after giving up the first 16. And all of a sudden, it's 68-45.
Blink of an eye, Rich. Blink of an eye.
Turning like another long night for Blair County.
Yes.
But you never know. Rabish with it. He's back in the lineup. And that is Reed Melvin for three. It goes way short. Hamilton Gates lets it go out of bounds. 5 new players for Blair County. Check back in with 5:47 to go. Third quarter. Well, Bernie, we're almost at the end of this game, and another year will be in the books.
Yeah, Rich.
For high school basketball, and they just keep rolling by.
You can put your scorebook away till next year.
Till next year, yep. Maybe.
Yeah.
Some decisions have to be made. Andrew Escala back on the floor. The Tyrone product goes to the foul line. Misses the jumper, but the rebound comes right into the hands of Eli Muthler. He goes back to Escala. He goes to the basket. He'll get 2 free throws. With 5:28 to go, third quarter, picking up the foul is Charlie Yarts, his second. And Andrew Escala, who had 14 points in the first half, will try to get his first points of the second half here. He hit 4 threes when Blair County was pumping them in the first half, and he misses the free throw.
Yeah.
They hit 8 threes in the first half. They only have 1 field goal here in the entire third quarter so far. Escala hits 1 of 2 free throws, and it's now 68-46 for Central PA. We'll get 5 new red players when we have a stoppage of play. Dunn gets it out to Yarts. Yarts to the foul line, behind the back dribble. Fall-away jumper from 15 feet. Goes about 14.5 feet. Muthler rebounds, outlet to 4, up ahead to Escala. Andrew's going to go in, try and jam it. missed it, but there's the rebound for Crilly. And Sam Crilly banks it in for Blair County as we have a stoppage of play to get substitutions in.
You got to give him credit. Richard went up and tried to dunk it. Obviously didn't, but, good hard drive to the basket.
68-48. It's a 20-point Central PA lead with exactly 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Tysinger back in the lineup. He sat out the entire second half so far, but his fall-away jumper from the free throw line is good.
Doesn't take him long, Rich.
And he has such a touch. He really does. On the wing, Muthler down to Crilly. Nice move. Good pass from Eli Muthler, and Crilly with a beautiful move. Going down the lane gets two more for Blair County, 70-50. And there's Tysinger again. Another fall-away jumper is missed. Gets his own rebound off a tip. Out to the top of the circle for three from Davis Fleming. And Blair County rebounds. Escala going on the wing for three. Off the front of the rim, no good. Trey Cargo rebounds. Up ahead to Owen Gauss. Ball tipped away and stolen by Eli Muther. Blair runs the other way. 3-on-3. It is Jay Albarano up with a layup.
Rich, I'd be remiss in saying we've got to say about Trey Cargo's dad, Travis, just recently retired from coaching after, I believe, 25 years.
25 years.
Yeah.
That'll be a big void to fill in Portage.
Yes.
Long three on the wing is good.
Did a fantastic job.
Just, they give him two. Okay. So we'll make that a two. It's 73-52.
Yeah.
They put three on the board, but
Trey says either going to High Point or Penn State.
Jay Albarano with a basket. Now I'm completely confused. They put three on the board, and I put three down. So it is 73-54. It was a three-point field goal. There's another three that's an air ball, and Blair County has it, but they give it right back. Fleming with it in the lane. Fleming shot was blocked. And the rebound taken out of the air by Blair County. 73-54, ball stolen away again. We're getting a little sloppy here.
Yeah.
Running the other way is Owen Gauss. He gets it back. Foul line jumper, in and out. Rebound Eli Muthler for Blair County. 73-54. Central PA leads. Muthler down the lane, up with the left hand. Short. Muthler hits the deck. Tysinger runs the other way. Tysinger through the Albarano, just pushed him out of the way.
Yeah.
And Wysong gets it. Follow-away jumper, baseline, no good. Rebound tipped into the hands of Eli Muthler.
Well, I guess there's one tough cookie, Rich.
I told you he was, man. He's a tough athlete. Very skilled. Long three from Eli. In and out. Blair has hit the skids here. In the second half, just 11 points. Wysong on the wing. Top of the circle to Davis Fleming. Fleming, top of the circle, goes back beyond the arc for three and hits. Davis Fleming of Kerwinsville.
Rich, I can think of everything but the kid's name, but Davis Fleming broke that 55-year-old record in scoring with a kid that went to Kernsville. And I'll tell you, the only thing I can remember is that he went to Pitt to play football. I can't think of his name, so I apologize to you people from Kernsville. I should know that. I didn't, but that record was long standing, 55 years, obviously.
And boy, when you break something like that, you get a lot of notice.
Yeah.
And Sam Crilly breaks through the defense, and he lays it in for his third basket of the quarter. And it's 76-56. Back the other way comes Tysinger, follow-away jumper in the lane. Even a shooter like Tysinger, no matter what he puts up, those shooters always get those touches too. They always get those friendly rims.
I'm going to find out here for you, Rich, in a second here.
What if they get the rims?
No, the
Kerwinsville.
You're right.
All right, Escala has it. He's going to take a three from in front of his own team's bench, and Andrew Escala with his fifth three-point field goal of this game. And trying to get Blair back in it. It's 78-59. Tysinger down the lane, off the glass, in and out. But he'll get two free throws. Dante Tysinger, and Sam Crilly picks up the foul. Tysinger with a dozen points. Looking to make it 13 and 14 here. That'll be a tough choice for MVP for the Central PA team. Tysinger, the lefty, hits.
We're going to find out, Rich, in 2 minutes, I'll bet you we'll find out.
Tysinger at the line as Owen Gauss checks back in along with Bryce Nicholson from Turkey Foot Valley, the all-time leading scorer, Turkey Foot, over 1,800 points. Tysinger hits both.
I'll tell you, it was nice, Rich, when he broke the scoring record that Kurt Hoffman had. Kurt obviously was at the game, and he couldn't have been more proud.
Sam Curley with a nice move, switched hands in midair and missed a shot, and Nicholson grabs the rebound. Nicholson on the wing, he'll put up a three, missed the shot, and get his own rebound as Escala let it go to the corner, but then Albareno steals a pass in the paint for Blair County.
Rich, like a great man Andrew Carnegie said, and I don't have his money, but he said, if you don't know the answers, you know where to find it. Boo Kirby played at Kernsville, had the scoring record, and then went on to play football at Pitt, University of Pittsburgh.
There you go.
That was in the early 70s.
Tysinger down the lane, has it knocked away by Muther, picked up by 4, lob up ahead to Albareno. Jay's going to go in and lay it in with somewhat of a finger roll. Jay Albareno with 2, and it's now 80-61, 25 seconds to go in the quarter. Long three from Cargo is no good. Muthler rebounds. Trey Cargo with a long miss. Muthler with a rebound. You know, basket here, Bernie, and they're back to within 17 or 16. Escala tries for 3. Front of the rim, no good. Rebound Gauss for Central PA. Gets it to Tysinger. Look for him to take the last shot. 5 seconds to go. Here he comes, Tysinger out on the wing. He's going to take it, drive down the lane, put up a shot as he falls down, and they say no basket. Dante Tysinger makes the shot of the game, but they say no basket. They called him for traveling. The fans don't like it, but he was called for traveling. And after 3 quarters of play, it's Central PA 80 and Blair County 61.
I'd give that to him, Rich, just on effort.
I'd give it to him, too, because it was a highlight reel shot. You're right, the effort. But my goodness, there you go. Just what I said, Bernie. Shooters always get the rolls, the shots, the bounces. They get everything.
Right.
And I'm not complaining. I'm just trying to illuminate that fact that shooters, no matter what, are shooters. Am I right?
Absolutely.
So Dante Tysinger had that 3 taken away at the end of the quarter. I'd have given it to him. I'd have said, yep, that's good enough. And it's 80-61.
Yeah, unofficially, I had that as the 28-18 third quarter, and that's what you called.
That's correct. So it's 80-61 with 10 minutes to go. Some people start to file out here. Not a bad crowd for both the boys and the girls games here at Adler Arena, Penn State Altoona. Bernie Jubeck, referee Rich here in the 4th quarter. Getting underway now. And here comes Steiner for Blair County. Hamilton Gates on the wing, back to Steiner. Looking for a cutter. Steiner for 3, launches it on the way. Shot no good. Rebound taken out of the air by Logan Brantner. Shot down the lane, missed by Gates, and taken away by Central PA. That is Brandon Rabish with it. Yarts with it. That is Charlie Yarts from State College. Well, I haven't seen a State College team in at least 20 years.
Is that right?
There's Reed Melvin for 3. Missed it from the corner. Gates rebounds. Yeah, I have not seen a State College team for at least 20 years. Steiner down the lane. Kicks it off on the wing. 3 for Brantner. Shot no good. Rebound taken out of the air by Grady Snyder of Central Cambria. Grady to the middle, to the paint, to the basket, through the net.
Well, you saw some strength there. The young man's going to Shippensburg to play football, major in exercise science, but I'll tell you what, you saw the strength that he had there.
3-point field goal for Kendall Leonard. Back the other way for Tyrone, and that makes it 82-64 now for Central PA. Down the lane, Rabish with it. Reverse layup is missed. Rebound, Blair County.
You know, Rich, you talk about people, in trades and things. Leonard wants to go to a welding school. He wants to become a welder.
There you go, heading for the trades.
Yep.
And he can write his own ticket one day. Brady Steiner with a trip to the basket. He hits. And Blair County trying to make a game of it. It's 82-66. Still 8:20 to go. Snyder out front, lob into the corner for Owen Kaleno. Back out front. Rabish on the left side for 3. Brandon Rabish.
For 3.
Saw a lot of that playing for Penn Cambria. 85-66. Down the other way, the 3-pointer is good for Mason Byler. Mason's first point of the night from Central. And we have a timeout for substitution. And it's now 85-69. with 8 minutes to go. Here in the contest, Central Pennsylvania leading, but Blair County trying to mount a comeback. Might be too much to overcome. Three-pointer, top of the circle from Snyder is no good. Rebound, Dumb saves it inbounds to Brady Steiner for Blair County. Brady up across midcourt. Almost had the ball knocked away. Goes right down, beats the defense, misses the shot. Hamilton Gates with the rebound for Blair County. Hamilton powers his way to the hole, missed the shot, but Hamilton Gates will get 2 free throws.
But one thing, Rich, though, these kids have not given up. You know, it's not one of those games that we've been used to in the past, you know, and that's good to see.
Brandon Rabish picks up the foul. Again, not a lot of fouls here in the boys' game, and it will be Hamilton Gates towing the line for Blair County with 7:32 to go. The Hammers' first free throw is good, and that makes it now 85-70 for Central PA. Holden Schreier back in the lineup along with Melvin and Yards for Central Cambria.
We have to fill that out.
Oh, in a tight game. And it is 2 for Hamilton Gates.
Gates 2.
85-71. So Central PA will have the ball coming back the other way. That's Melvin with it. Reed Melvin of State College. Cross court to his teammate Yards from State College. Yards goes down the lane, loses the ball, picked up by Holden Schreier. Gives it back to Brady Steiner. And coming the other way is Blair County. Leonard going to the basket. Kendall Leonard high off the glass. And Kendall puts it through. And again, Blair County trying to squeak back in it. It's down to 12. But there's Rabish for 3. Back of the rim, no good. Rebound. It's Yarts. Or no, make it Dumb, and he goes up and scores. Blair County coming back the other way. Long 3 from Steiner is good. And now we're getting to that point in the game where anything goes. And it's now 87-76. It's down to 11. And a long 3 from Rabish is good. Brandon Rabish starting to heat up. That's his third 3 of this half. He's got 9 points, and all of a sudden it's 90-76. 90? How'd they get 90? Long 3 was missed. Rebound taken out of the air by Charlie Yarts of State College. Give it back to Kaleno. Rabish drives to the foul line, foul circle that is, and a jumper is good from the wing for Charlie Yarts. And again now, as
Yards for 3.
that was just 90. They gave him 3? Okay. I'll have to go with that. I don't know where they're giving them all these points. 93-76. The game's going so fast we have to miss 1 or 2.
A few of them, Rich, yep, being up this high.
Driving down the lane is Holden Schreier. He misses the layup from the left side, and then losing the rebound out of bounds was Leonard from Blair County. Timeout for substitutions. 5.5 minutes left. It's 93-76. So Central PA on the verge of 100 again?
I think they're going to reach that, Rich.
I think so. Rabish, the inbounds pass. Guarded out there by Sam Crilly. Be another 5-man substitution at the next whistle. Rabish gets a pick, goes down to the foul circle, gives it off to Yards. Charlie Yards drives, pushes off with the open arm, and hits the shot.
Charlie Yards.
And it's 95-76. So Blair got to within 11. Now it's back up to 19. And a long 3 from Muthler is no good. Here comes Ty Dumb with the rebound. Trying to go coast to coast. Spinning down the lane, missed the layup. Muthler, the rebound, runs the other way for Blair. Eli out front to Nick 4. Long shot for 4 out front. Nick 4 buries the 3. That's my line. 4 for 3.
You better coin that, Rich.
Yep, I should have, shouldn't I? 95-79. Another 3. And Brandon Rabish putting on a clinic. I told you, Bernie, he's the Energizer Bunny. This kid simply does not run out of juice. 98-79. Long 3 from Escala. Air ball. Muthler, baseball rebound pass to Albarano. Back to Muthler out front. Crilly for 3. It's on the way. Back of the rim, no good. Rebound. Yarts for Central PA. Charlie Yarts Down the lane,
He
through the
pushed off
defense,
again.
offensive foul.
Got caught that time.
And a stoppage of play. Substitutions coming back in for Central PA. Well, Coach, everything's legal until you get caught, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
That's what I tell the players. Everything's legal until you get caught. And they look at me like, huh?
You say that when you were official?
Isn't that what you tell your players?
Oh, yeah. Win if you can, lose if you must, but always cheat. That's
Really?
wrestling. Who's that?
Crilly for 2.
Any one of the bad managers, I guess. Sam Crilly gets another basket for Blair County, and up the other way,
Tysinger.
Dante Tysinger for 2, and that's the 100 mark for Central PA. It's 100-81. Blair coming back the other way with 3:45 to go. Escala behind the arc for 3, and Andrew Escala another 3-point field goal. He's having himself a great night, and I will go on record as saying he got my vote. 100-84 with 3.5 minutes to go. Long 3 from Fleming, side of the rim, and the rebound is saved out of bounds. Last touched by Blair. It'll stay with Central PA as Kendall Leonard and Brady Steiner come back in. Well, it hasn't disintegrated into what we saw last year.
No,
Bernie,
exactly
they're still
right.
playing hard, and
Yep.
they're not taking mid-court three-pointers now.
Right.
That's a normal three-pointer there from Tysinger. He misses, and the rebound comes off to Crilly. He runs the floor. Up ahead to Nick Four, and Nick Four with a left-handed layup.
4.
And do they have another charge left in them? It is 100-86. Tysinger has it stripped away, but then he takes it back from Steiner. Goes up, misses the shot. Rebound taken out of the air by Justin Weissong. Out to Trey Cargo. Owen Gauss, top of the circle, 3, front of the rim. Rebound, Crilly. Outlet to Steiner. 100-86. Steiner loses the dribble, gives it off. Crilly for 3. Long 3, and both teams again starting to heat up, and Sam Crilly's 3 brings Blair County back to within 11.
Yeah, it doesn't take him long to put that shot up, Rich, does it?
100-89. Both teams still playing hard and still playing tough basketball, but
Dante Tysinger.
you give it to your bread and butter guy when you need at least 2, and they got it from Tysinger. 102-89. Muthler loses Fleming in the air, missed the shot, gets his own rebound, goes up, has it knocked away. Crilly in the corner for 3. Front of the rim, no good. Rebound, Leonard fights for it, gets it, comes out of a double team with it. Muthler down low to Crilly, and he goes up, shoots, and scores. Sam Crilly will get the 3-point play the old-fashioned way, and it's 102-91.
Oh, Rich, you tell your players there's still a lot of time. 2:09.
Picking up the foul was Davis Fleming. You're right, Bernie. We still have 2:09 to go, and if he makes this free throw, it's down to 10. Sam Crilly having himself a great fourth quarter. He's got 7 points, looking for 8. And he's got it. 21 points for Sam Crilly tonight, and it's 102-92. Well,
Respectable.
very respectable, and they need a couple of stops here. They want to get closer, but not like that. Sam Crilly picks up the foul. That'll be his 3rd. Trying to get the ball away from Dante Tysinger. That's almost impossible. They inbound it to Tysinger. Crilly tries to stay right with him. Tysinger pulls away down the lane. Soft with the left hand is good for Dante Tysinger.
There's where you want the ball in his hands, Rich,
104-92, 150 to go.
Boston U's going to get a good one.
Yep, Escala to the middle, to the foul line. He'll put up the jumper from there, hits the rim. Fleming the rebound for Central PA. Nicholson down the wing, left side to Weissong for 3. Justin Weissong off the back of the rim. Rebound, Steiner tips it to himself. Up ahead to Crilly. Crilly on the wing, doesn't take the 3. Gets it out front. Escala, his Tyrone teammate, will take the 3. He missed it. Steiner runs down the rebound in the corner. Steiner pulls up for the shot, doesn't take it. Muthler with a long 3. A rainbow brings rain, no good. Rebound taken out of the air by Fleming. Fleming with a nice pass kicked. Muthler kicked that away like he was playing soccer.
Yeah. He told me he could do anything.
1:15 to go. Lots of action here, but time running out on Blair County. They're down by 12
At the end
with
of
just
tonight's game,
75
we
seconds to
recognize
go.
the Most valuable player for both teams. Outstanding job.
Well, they came up, Rich, didn't come back up again.
So we'll inbound the ball with Trey Cargo from Portage with 1:15 to go and a 104-92 lead for Central PA. Tysinger with the fall-away shot. Dante hits.
Tysinger.
Let me see my ballot. Did I vote for him?
No, you did not.
No, I did. Shot was missed. Muthler picks up the rebound. He misses his shot. And it's going to be Kendall Leonard with a putback and a three-point opportunity for the Tyrone senior. Kendall Leonard picks up the basket, and the foul goes against Justin Weissong. And it's 106-94 for Central PA as Logan Brantner checks back in from Williamsburg. 55 seconds to go.
Four corners, Rich?
No, I think they're just going to run it right up to the end. I think they'll just go out all out here till the end.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah. Again, all-star game, yeah, they're not going to hold the ball.
Leonard gets the free throw. It's 106-95. 47 seconds to go. Down the lane goes Owen Gauss. He lost it. Ball still being kicked around and picked up finally by Leonard from Blair County. Eli Muther going to go right down the lane and miss the layup. They let him go. Bernie, they let him drive in to lay it in, and he missed it. And up ahead now, it's going to be Weissong. They give it out to Tysinger. 2 for 3. Tysinger nails it. Dante puts an exclamation point on this one. 109-95, under 20 seconds left. Gates with it. Top of the circle. The hammer looks for room, steps back, gives it off to Leonard. Kendall drives in down the lane. They're going to let him go. This one goes in for Kendall Leonard. And that's probably going to set the final score at 109-97. No, Tysinger goes in for a dunk. Missed it. 4 rebounds. And the last shot will not count. And it'll be 109-97. So again, a tough third quarter for Blair County. They were outscored 16-0 to start the half, and that's what took the game away from them.
Exactly, Rich. But again, it was an enjoyable game. Neither side gave up, and that's what you like to see in an all-star game.
Well, we'll find out here who the players of the game are coming up. But very competitive night on both the girls and the boys' side. Very competitive games here at Penn State Altoona. Big fourth quarter for a couple of players. Kendall Leonard had 10 points for Blair County in the fourth quarter, and Dante Tysinger had 11 for Central Pennsylvania in the fourth quarter.
They all played well, Rich, but Tysinger, he's the real deal. You know, he's going to have, I think, a very good career at Boston U.
He will.
At this time, we'd like to have everyone's attention. We'd like to recognize the outstanding player for tonight's game from each team.
Well, we'll just let the PA announcer take us
First
through
for
this.
Blair County, the most outstanding player tonight was Andrew Escala.
Andrew Escala from Tyrone, congratulations. Well deserved, had a great game tonight. Hit a lot of threes, a lot of big threes, a lot of long threes.
And the most outstanding player for Central PA goes to Charlie Yarts.
Well, Charlie Yarts of State College is the most outstanding player for Central PA. And with that, Bernie, we put an end to the 2024-25 high school basketball season here at Penn State Altoona, and another successful season. And I would be remiss if I did not congratulate. I should have done this in the girls' game. Congratulate Berlin on winning the PIAA 2A State Girls Championship, and Bishop Guilfoyle winning the 1A State Championship, and to Bishop McCourt for being the 2A runner-up, losing to Berlin
A lot of
in
good
that
basketball
championship
in this area,
game.
Rich. No question about that.
Yep, and a lot of those people will be back. All of these kids that you've seen here tonight, both boys and girls, will be graduating, and they'll be moving on to the next chapter of their lives. And we'll look forward to another great high school basketball season coming up beginning in November. So, Bernie, any final thoughts?
Rich, pleasure doing it with you, and helping out for a great cause. And again, best wishes to you. Get some sleep tonight, buddy.
Oh, we'll try, but work days are coming as we're into the baseball season, and sure I'll see a lot of folks at the ballpark during the summer. So that's it. The Central PA boys win it here, 109-97. Once again, thank you to our presenting sponsor, Guy J. Landolfi, certified public accountant, for presenting the All-Star games this year. And thank you to Neil Rudell and the Altoona Mirror for inviting us to once again sit behind the mics. And for our crew and for everyone here, referee Rich saying so long from Penn State Altoona.